Initiating moisture.
Welcome to the Moist Meter. Today we're taking a look at Everhood. This game's been out for almost 2 months now, so this is absolutely the latest I've ever reviewed something. Typically, I like to review things the fucking second they hit the shelves. Right when they're out of the oven, fresh off the press, they go into my butthole and I puke out a Moist Meter score to accurately represent the quality of the product. But Everhood's been out for a little while now, but I was so moved by the game that I wanted to make this Moist Meter just to let you all know about it and tell you how fucking great this game is, because not a lot of people are talking about it, surprisingly. The first thing most people are going to draw the comparison to is Undertale. The style of the game and even a lot of the mechanics of the game are very similar to Undertale. It's heavily inspired by it and there's nothing wrong with it. And I was guilty of thinking that the game was even made by the Undertale team or the Undertale creators. But it's not. This is a totally separate project from a brand new team that really put together this passion project, and it shows. When playing the game, I can actually just feel the fucking creators' heartbeat in it. They really put their soul into this game. So first, let me tell you what kind of game it is. It's a rhythm game for the most part, and it's a rhythm combat game. It's not like what you're expecting like DDR or with like something Stepmania, where you're clicking arrows in the right arrows with the right beat. That's not this at all. Here, you're dodging the beat, or you're fighting back against whoever is attacking you with the music. And the music is absolutely fucking incredible. There isn't a bad track in this entire game. All the characters are likable as well. It's a well-written game. I found myself enjoying the story and the characters and the universe. It's a game that really takes some like existential questions and tosses them at you and puts you in this like really psychedelic, trippy universe, this world of immortals who you're talking to, and then you end up fighting with music, and it's just beautiful. From the sound of the game to the look of the game, it's beautiful, and it's constantly changing. This is a game that never runs out of creativity. The songs are constantly different. What happens during the battles is different. It's always changing things on you, so it's never stale, it's never boring or tedious or a chore. It's just so good. And there's so much secret content in the game to explore, so there's a lot of content here. It took me right around 15 hours to play through most of the routes, and I still didn't do everything, but I did do most of it. I played through the majority of the game on Expert, and I had a blast. Some of these boss battles were some of the hardest boss battles I've ever experienced. I just recently went through the majority of the Souls games. As you all know, Souls-like games are my favorite games. So I went through Demon Souls Remake, Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and just recently Bloodborne. I blasted through all 5 of those games, and not a single one of the bosses, not a single boss in any of those games comes close to some of the bosses in this one. This shit was brutal. Fucking wacko mode shit in here, so there's definitely a challenge. It's not a game that you're gonna come here and fucking steamroll or anything like that. I could really suck this game's dick for a long time. I just really loved pretty much everything about it. I mentioned that you could really feel how much care and passion went into the game, and I'd like to just give you an example of that. For one of the routes, you get to this stunning, like this visually stunning conclusion. It's getting all trippy, psychedelic, time is slowing down, speeding up, you're crashing into the fucking sun, going faster than light while you're having this rhythmic battle with beautiful music playing, and then you finally reach a very satisfying conclusion. Or so you think. And then it goes into an even more exciting and even more thrilling sequence where you're now battling against fucking God himself, the fucking time wizard, you're becoming time. Like, it's just so good. And then once that all wraps up, then you get a really satisfying epilogue where you get to meet with the characters again and go through certain things. I'm trying not to spoil anything because there is a narrative here and it's good. I enjoy it. And then after all of that, after you've gone through this massive adventure, then you kind of get to hear the developers talking to you. The developers showing their appreciation for you playing their game this far, because it's long. Like, it's not a short game. This would not be something that you'd be able to like speed run on your first playthrough and be done within 3 hours. It takes a while to get here, and the developers were really appreciative of the time you put into their game. So they kind of break the fourth wall, which isn't unusual for the game because there is fourth wall breaking here, addressing you, the player. And the developers come in there and just thank you for the experience and saying that they hope you had a fun time. Like, there's like 3 different times they say, hopefully this experience has been an exciting one and an enjoyable one, and it's so cute. It's so fucking cute to see the developers really wanting to deliver something special and really hoping that it resonates with its player base, and I think it absolutely did. Of course, I streamed the whole game start to finish on Twitch, and the chat fucking loved the game. Most people, in fact, I'd say like almost everyone, was really into the whole world, the universe, and it was just a lot of fun. And of course, me getting stuck on a single boss for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, that was a little cherry on top because I was getting a bit salty, which is uncommon for me, but this game, it was starting to bring the demons out because I was just really invested in it. Now, this doesn't mean that it's a flawless game. In fact, there's one big problem with the game, and that's its performance. Some of these have so many moving parts in the battles, so sometimes when you're battling someone, it's going to be overloading you with a lot of shit on the screen, and what ends up happening is the FPS tanks, and I mean tanks. Like, it goes from a nice, crisp, smooth experience to, holy shit, I'm now in a fucking lecture watching a PowerPoint on music. It gets bad. The performance hits hard, and the only way to reset that is to restart the game. I think there's like a memory leak problem or something, but it's noticeable during some of the more intense bosses, which is a shame because then you have to restart and go back and start from the beginning, which sucks. You know, like there's no way to sugarcoat that. It fucking sucks. But I think that's just due to this being like their first big project, so they're still learning how to optimize things. So you can't really hold it against them that much, but it does bring it down a bit. And another thing that I think a lot of people should be aware of, this game has a ton of flashing lights and a ton of moving parts. I definitely think this would be an epilepsy warning for anyone that wants to try the game. And the game itself gives you an epilepsy warning in the beginning, but really take that one in because they mean it. That's a hard warning with epilepsy. So just those two things I think are definitely worth noting as far as like potential complaints go. But overall, I loved my time with Everhood, absolutely adored the game, and I'm giving this bad boy a 90% on the moist meter. Fantastic, and I highly recommend it to anyone that likes rhythm games or just like a fucking fun, different, unique little experience. Like, there's really nothing I've played like Everhood except Undertale, and I'm not a massive Undertale fan, most of you know that, but I'm a huge Everhood fan now. So I just wanted to make this moist meter, even though it's really late to the game's release, because I really enjoyed it. So that's about it. So yeah. Now let's talk about Raycon earbuds. As I've mentioned many times in the past now, I love these when it comes to doing active things such as running, which I've been really trying to get better at. Been doing about a mile every couple days, and when I do, I use Raycon earbuds to keep my shit pumping, keep me motivated listening to those boner jams, and there's no wire to get in the way and impede my ability to sprint with the best of them. So Raycon wireless earbuds I think are just really important when it comes to being active in the world. Raycon earbuds give you 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and more compact design for a comfortable noise isolating fit. So if you're trying to break from screens and don't want to feel completely unplugged, wireless earbuds from Raycon are the best way to bring your favorite content with you wherever you go. Raycon earbuds are premium wireless audio devices, but they come in at half the price of the other premium audio brands without any compromises. So Raycon wireless earbuds are just a really great option. They come in a great range of colors and patterns and a variety of fit options. So if you're interested in trying Raycon wireless earbuds for yourself, you go to buyraycon.com/moist for 15% off the purchase. Buyraycon.com/moist for 15% off, or just click the link in the description. That's it. See ya.